Uh, 2 days back, I shared a post on LinkedIn wherein I mentioned about a data set and a problem set. And the data set was for the company Aponi Private Limited, the dummy data set that I created based on my understanding of the industry and the data, right? And in the problem set, there was a set of questions. So far, I have shared it with more than 150 people. I hope you're enjoying solving all the questions, having a look at the data set, and understanding the data set, how the data is collected and analyzed, right? So that was an exercise for all of you. And nowadays, some companies have also started asking these kind of, giving these kind of tasks to people, to candidates, and asking some questions, mostly the one step above the data set which I shared in the public, right, on LinkedIn. And so this is the next step of from the data set that I've created, the next output. So here is the data set. This data set is the emission based data set. So we have monthly data, uh, right? Scope 2 and Scope 1 monthly data. I've applied filters. The emission data is also for, so, fuel combustion and purchased electricity. It's a simple database base. I've not built a complicated or a very actual kind of a database, but yes, data set. I wanted you to practice, start at least practicing on some of the data sets. So we use advanced level data sets in our course, right? So we have emission sources, coal, diesel, and grid electricity, location based. And we have activity data here. Units are there, emission factors that have been used are there, calculation is there. I think in the data set that I provided, I deleted or I removed the calculation part. Wanted you to do this one so that you can build your understanding. Then data collected by and the evidence type, right? So this was the data set, this was the main data set, and then we had some tabs. Now what I've done here is I've created an interactive dashboard from this data set. As you can see in front of you, it's a simple simple dashboard, very clean, but it serves the purpose. We have our total emissions, we have scope 2 and scope 1 and scope 2. I have not checked these numbers. I can check that again if the numbers are same, but the purpose here is that you can create these kind of dashboards, this kind of dashboard from the data. This is a simple dashboard. We can very easily, include scope 3 emissions as well, different categories of scope 3. It's up to us, the level of insights that we want. Obviously, management of a company, when you start, working in a company and you're given a task to create this kind of dashboards, the more insightful the dashboard is. At the same time, should be clean and not complicated, easy to understand. The more good, or say, the better it will be, right? So we have all the sites here. These are M1 to M5 are manufacturing sites. You can granularize the data by site. So this is only for M1. You can do for O1 is office. You can see that scope 1 in office is just zero point 0.5 and scope 2 is 20 because you're getting electricity office. You just work. Whereas in a manufacturing site, you consume a lot of fuel. In our case, we have coal and diesel as a fuel. Then you have all the months. You can get monthly data from here, right? So this is January wise data. This is February data. What I can do here is that I can add a functionality here to, be able to select multiple months, which, I can do easily. Then we have all scope. So this is all scope data. You can have scope 1 and scope 2 data, and data which is actual, as well as, we collect some data is estimated, some data is actual, backed or supported by invoices, right? Actual invoices, and estimated data is collected in the form of, say, simply meters or logbooks or registers, etc. Depends on different countries. So this is the dashboard that we have created. We have emissions by primary source. So coal forms the uh, the dominant, playing a dominant role here. Most of the emissions, I think more than 90-95% is because of coal. Diesel forms a very small part, and then we have grid electricity, uh, right? Because the company, it looks like the companies, for most of its energy needs, it is using coal, right? So that is there. So there's a lot of improvement if you start strategizing, if you start analyzing the data, and creating some insights for the management. You can say that in coal forms, um, most of the emissions, is responsible for most of the emissions, and it's a very low hanging fruit. We can very easily switch to cleaner fuels as well as renewable energy. Then we have emission by data source, actual and actual versus estimated, right? So this is a very simple dashboard. We can very easily include scope 3, we can include other insights, and we can create a very good professional dashboard from this kind of data. If you have Power BI skills, you can create it, because you know the the main skill that you need currently is to ask right questions. What you want in the dashboard, what insights do you want in the dashboard, what management can expect from the dashboard, from what your external stakeholders can expect from this kind of dashboard, right? So I was working on some project, a separate project, wherein I was building this kind of dashboards. I thought that I should share a simple dashboard with you. And in the end, let me just break it out to you that this dashboard has been created with the help of AI, right? So I am admitting this. This has been created with the help of AI. I have not used Microsoft Excel to create this dashboard. I have not used Power BI or Tableau or any other tool. Although I could have done this through Power BI or Tableau, right? But this has been done by AI. So AI is getting closer to what we do in our actual jobs as part of actual activities, is also one of my objective to share this video with all of you. And I am also thinking about adding a separate module on how you can use AI tools, generative AI, different tools for different purposes in your jobs. I think that will be a very, very important module which I can add in our current course, or I can create a separate course out of that. Uh, so yeah, that's it in the video. Thank you so much.